Hello. All right. It seems like we're live. Okay. So I got a few people asking me about um, a problem in local vocal with UTF8. So some languages like this one, um, I guess it's some sort of Latin language, Spanish. There's some characters here that are not picked up, um, as well as Polish. And um, in local vocal. So I had a problem in local vocal in the past with Russian language, which definitely um, was a problem and it didn't work. Um, but this is local vocal set to Polish right now, and so indeed I'm getting some of these error on these characters, and I'm most likely going to get the same thing if I go, for example, to Spanish. Um, let's see. Well, it doesn't have those special characters. Well, yeah, there are some special characters, and they're like screwed up. Um, let's see about Russian. So Russian. Okay, so Russian's actually okay because I had built in a special thing just for Russian. And so obviously that's not what we want. We want all the languages. See here, by the way, it's still coming up like that. But at least in the stream, well, it's also not bulletproof, it seems. So. Well, there's a problem anyway. Um, let's have a look at Polish and see. We're definitely seeing a bunch of these things. Okay. Um, all right, so we need to take a look in local vocal to see what's up. And this was a problem I encountered with Russian, and I'm putting something, sort of just a little hack to get it to work, but obviously that's not the best. It's not the best idea. Also, it only happens in Windows. So this is the hack I put for Russian chart set. What I discovered was local vocal, or essentially Whisper, was giving out characters, um, UTF-8 characters with the wrong prefix. It was OXD something instead of OXF, which is the character set for Russian. And so what I did is just I was um, or the other way around. It was giving OXF instead of OXD, right? Um, and so I was basically just checking for that, and I just replaced it. I replaced it with the D, the F with the D. Uh, which now is obviously doesn't make a lot of sense because it's not. I mean, what does it want with the live stream? All right, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I had this problem, and it seems like we have uh we have more problems now. So let's see what's going on. Let's try to print out the so before this, let's print the hex values of the string. Right? Thank you, GitHub Copilot, for that. Let's do this and bring up OBS and see what we get for Polish, the Polish language. The other thing that we should look at, it would be like Polish UTF-8 char set. Maybe here. Okay, that's the code page. But I don't think that this is UTF. It's the 8859. But UTF code. Okay, let's see if we have something interesting here. All right, I mean, that's the Unicode. There's the Unicode character page. Yeah. Code Unicode for Polish letters and some, oh, well. I mean, that's UTF. All right, so this one is on. Let's have a look. See what we get in OBS. Yeah. Right, so all right, unfortunately we don't have any spaces there. Just the whole thing. Yeah, so that's not gonna be very useful. We need a space. Else we're just never going to see. All right, can we actually find? What is this? What's this? think maybe it's UTF-16. All right, the code pages. Can I find? It's this. Nope. Into 15.1. Really, we don't have Polish. No sense. Maybe hex code. Let's look in OBS again. See what we got. Okay. So I think we got a few examples here. Turn this guy off and just have a look. So 260, 6F, 2C, 6F. I need to see an actual problem. Okay. So this is an interesting one. Okay. This is an interesting one. So what we have here is the written out text, and then it's the hex values. Okay, so we have here 20 is a space, 69 space W space T W M comma space, and then I got these two weird characters. They're coming down as, well, so this is like two, it's essentially this. I think it's essentially FFE5 and FFBC. I get the E5 and the BC. This beginning here, that's weird. Let's see. Is it those zeros at W? Yeah, because it's an integer. This is an integer, and that's why we're getting this as like a 16-bit, 32-bit, as a 32-bit thing, because it's an integer. So really what we have is the E5, but then we have a no, it's not on here. Okay. Character name index. Latin. No. Character encoding model with like combining. How do I find the chart? The actual UTF-16 chart. UTF-16. All right, so what I think is going on here is this is essentially an integer, so we're getting all this spare stuff in here. Let's close down OBS. Getting all this spare stuff. So one thing to do. All right, so we're getting the result in here, and what it is that we have a trailing byte. So this is essentially it's UTF-16, it's a multi-byte thing. Why does it pop up as a single thing? Why does it pop up? Okay. Let's see, character by character. I think that we're going to have to do UN16. Assuming this is a multi-byte. Let me try this. Let's see what we get now. What does it just enable the log for a bit? All right, so I got this stuff. Right, this is the same one that I had before. So I lost it. Anyway, what we have is that we have an FF and then we have the actual character. But I absolutely have to understand what is the Unicode Polish code page. Code page 859. Is it? Go page 859. Do we have go page 859? No, it's not that. It's not Unicode. This is not exactly it. Unicode. I need to understand what the code page is. Central Europe. HTML. Let's look for Russian. I was able to find a very good resource to find code pages. Unicode Russian. Cyrillic. It's not that. Convert. What was it? Cyrillic Unicode block. UCD. Unicode. I am looking for code charts. Just gonna have to look. Let's see, European. There's Cyrillic. Let's have a look here. 040004FF. Right, so it's like 0400 and 04FF. Right? Kind of want to go back to OBS and have a look at the Russian script. Let's try this out. Russian. And see what we get. Okay, so we're getting all these characters. We get FF, F0, FFAF, FF, F0, FFBD, FF, F0, FFBD, and that sort of stuff. See, we're getting F0, BD, F0, B5, F0, B7, and that sort of stuff. But when we're doing Polish, what I'm getting is something that's a little bit different. we're getting E499, and then E499, it's the same thing, E499, E499, E5BC, E499, E487. So we have the Unicode prefix E4 and E5. Sometimes we're getting E5, sometimes we're getting E4. And then we're getting the actual character. So let's have a look. Where do we find this in here? European languages. Phonetic extensions. Modifiers and so on. I think it's some sort of extended Latin. Extended A01. I actually don't know. Which one would that be? Okay. Something in there. Okay. I mean, it says we got some letters in the O1 and some in the OO. There's in the O1 and some in the OO. It's weird. We have some of the letters was like 99. What would that be? Let's have a look at some of the letters. E499, E499, E5BC, and we have E487. E499, E487. Here we got E5BC. So do we have BC in here? Nope. O1. Let's have a look in here. O1. That one. No, is it this one? Oh, 199? Makes no sense. Second letter K with a hook. Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right, so we definitely got some Polish letters in here. that are coming up. 4 or 5B, all sorts of stuff. Not saying anything, okay. So here we got, again, E5 BC. What's the E5 code page? Already cut. E5, no. Name index, symbols and punctuation. It's gonna be E5. I have no idea. Could be anything. There are symbols. Name index. E599. What is this? Private range. The E's are in the private range. Makes no sense. E599 is just wrong. What else do we have? We have E5BC. E5BC. So again, the private range. This makes no sense. Let's see. O1BC. Let's have a look at O1BC. BA. So Latin capital letter tone 5. That doesn't really track. Like a 5 in here? It makes no sense. What if we have O2 BC? Who's in here? Look. A BC, it's an apostrophe. I don't know how to translate this. E5 BC, what does it need to be? E5 BC. E5 BC. And so 0 BC is going to be special. Nope. The 1/4. Just that makes no sense. 0 BC. and supplement. If I had a reference, I would know, but I don't have a reference. We had some problems with Spanish too, so let's try that. That we may actually have a reference. Okay, so we're getting some problems here. Right, so we have E2BF. No, at the very beginning. Yes, no, at the beginning, E2BF, and then we have E3A9, E2BF, E3A9. Right. Cool. I don't know what that would be. Cool. E2BF, E3A9. Anything else? E3A1. It's fine. We have here E3A1. 3A1. Have to be some of these. Latin 1 supplement. Like A1 inverted. That might actually be it. Spanish 00A1. So no, it doesn't make any sense here. All right, I think I know what this one is. B3. Superscript 3. Nope. That's not that. Let's see in the extended one. It's going to be in the next one. O1, B3. A Y. Nope. What this needs to be is that O. It needs to be the O. So something like this. This one, that one. Yeah. F3. Interesting. So we got E3, B3 needs to become OO, F3? That makes no sense. Makes little sense. That's interesting. We have an A1 in here that's supposed to be a kind of A with the accent. It might be an E1. So E3A1 needs to become E1. Does it track? AD needs to become that I with an accent, which is an ED or an EC. I got E3 AD. I should write this down. Yeah. AD is to be an I with an accent. And then let's say un poco más importante. I think it's más importante. Let's do this one. Probably needs to be an A with an accent. Let's see this one, E3, B3. Needs to be an O with an accent. And an accent in which direction? I don't know. Okay. Esta. This one, esta. It's also going to be the A1. That's going to be the A. Right? So we're getting some evidence here that there might actually be a I don't know what needs to come in here. And that one as well. Yes, está más. This needs to be this a B3. That's an O. I'm gonna get an A1. That's an A. This is an O. An A1. Another A1. The B3, it's an O, and then we got an A1, an A. That's pretty neat. And an A9. Now, if we don't know what that should be. Oh, this Historica. That's a B3. This one an A1. Then we get a BF. A BF. I don't know what that would be. Okay, so let's try to find some kind of pattern. So an I like that would be 00 ED, 0 AD. That makes no sense. Maybe something like that, the I. Now let's find the A. So it could be this one. Now let's find the O. Let's find the O with an accent. Where should it be? This is B3. Where is the O with an accent? Right? F3. All right, so we're seeing E3AD, E3A1, E3B3. So it seems like it's tracking the D is tracking the D, the 1's tracking the 1, and the 3 is tracking the 3. But then we have EF. We need to essentially, like this E3 is just an artifact. And the A needs to become an E, and a B needs to become an F. So it's essentially the distance between E and A. All right, so we can try that. We also could know what this thing is. Should be an FF. It's a Y. Okay. Very strange. But this is what we need to do. We need to replace the MSB with an 0D. All right. If all right. So we need to replace, okay. If the char MSB starts with an E, replace them with, replace the char with a 00, right? This would be 00. This is like Unicode, first character. Well, I'm hoping. Here is hoping. Let's try that. Okay. That's weird. This char is 00. And the next char deduct, I need to subtract. Let's just do this bespoke. Turn an A to an E and a B to an F. X A with OX E, OX B with OX F. Okay, very, very strange. So when okay, this is an A, then replace it with an E, the B, replace it with an F. Very strange. Let's close OBS. Okay. Let's have a look what this was able to do. Let's wait for something that has special characters. Ooh, it did, but it kind of all just wrecked it. Yeah. Yeah, so we're replacing it with a 0, 0, which isn't really what we want. Um, it's not really what we need here. E something. Unicode. Huh. What does it mean to have a 0, 0? Let's do online Unicode hex writer or something. Text to hex converter. Um, it's kind of what I want. Data. Unicode. I need some Spanish text example. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get this sentence. It's got a few interesting things in here. So, Unicode. Really what we're interested in is just the ones with the accent, right? What else do we got? This one. I got the N in here. Let's just dense them up. So we got C3A1, C3A1, C3B3, and C3B1, which roughly tracks what we had in here, right? So we got A1, we got E3A1, E3B3, right? And if we just take that E3 and turn it into a C3, we should be good. Okay. So that's interesting. F becomes a D, E becomes a C. There's a pattern here. Let's do that. This is all because of Whisper CPP's weird encoding. Let's take a look. So just stuff to happen. See what we're getting. All right. Looks like we're starting to get, the characters are starting to look good. I haven't seen a lot of them, so let's try Polish. We have more stuff there. Okay. It looks like we're seeing the right sort of characters now. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. That's that. I'm going to set this up. Some UTF jar sets on Windows output have a bug. Instead of OD, that's with OF. And OXC becomes OXE. I need to replace it. There's probably a better pattern here. F becomes D, E becomes C. So it's kind of like we need to just subtract from all of those higher yeah, let's start here. Let's start with this. Okay, so let's create a new branch. Right, fix more UTF8 jar sets. And then we'll get this in there. Publish this. Just get rid of all of this stuff in here. And let's create Windows, sign itself, and create the pull request. This is looking cool. Let's just say that we have a possible fix. Okay, so I think this bug is also squashed, and yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you